when it comes to Tony Khan, there's a lot of analysis on the guy in the community. There's a lot of people who are very one side or the other when it comes to Tony Khan. Now, real quick, you either have people who say Tony Khan is straight up a genius. He has single-handedly saved pro wrestling. Thank you, Tony Khan. You're the best thing in wrestling ever. And on the contrary, you have the people who say Tony Khan sucks, dumb, mark, he's a geek, he's a nerd, he's like a beta male, etc., etc. So basically, you have people who are very one side or the other. When it comes to Tony Khan, and the reason I'm doing this video, just so you guys are aware, I wanted to do a very objective kind of video about Tony Khan, because as someone who almost prides myself on doing objective content, or I'd like to, well, not objective content, but I try and be fairly objective in most of my videos. As someone who tries to be fairly objective, I thought this video needed to be made. So what I'm going to be doing in this video, I'm going to be discussing Tony Khan, pros, cons, you name it. This video is going to have some, positive, a good amount of positivity with Tony Khan, things he's doing well, things he's done well for the wrestling business. And it's going to have some critiques. It's going to have some things which Tony Khan, he's not doing so well, or just the general observations. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into one of them just to start us off. Now, when it comes to Tony Khan, one thing that really jumped out at me was I was watching the Tony Khan, like the AEW exclusive, like YouTube channel exclusive clip of Britt Baker after her lights out AEW Dynamite main event against Thunder Rosa from Dynamite this past week. There's a clip of Britt Baker going over to Tony Khan and Kenny Omega, and listening to what Tony Khan had to say in that really got me thinking. It really made me just, remember all this kind of stuff that's been said about Tony Khan. So, essentially, in the video, Britt Baker made a comment while she was being checked on doctors, talking about how she hoped Dave Meltzer would rate her match highly. She hoped Dave Meltzer would think highly of the match. Tony Khan, in this clip, says he hopes that, it's eligible for the show of the year and everything. Like, a comment like that, which I know some people watching this, well, a couple hundred people to be fair, considering the general kind of ratio of people who watch these videos, people would hear me make this criticism and think, well, that's an unfair critique. What, you're hating on Tony Khan because he wants to win awards? And I wouldn't say I'm hating on him. I'm just throwing the observation out there that the fact that Tony Khan, it really does come off that he's booking his shows with the intent, like what, near enough a sole intention in mind of trying to please Meltzer, trying to please the loud minority who vote for these wrestling awards, who give out these best shows, best match, best promotion, etc., etc. It does feel like Tony Khan, more often than not, caters his product, his matches, his booking to that right there. The Dave Meltzers, the Wrestling Observer, Figure 4 Online newsletters, like all this kind of stuff. He caters to them to get over with that crowd instead of really trying to appeal, to that casual type fan. Which, yes, AEW brought in Shaq. Obviously, that was them trying to appeal to fans. But realistically, you can appeal to casuals in much better ways than just, we'll bring in Shaq for a match that Shaq won't even promote. So that's one criticism I have of Tony Khan, which really brings itself back to the fact that Tony Khan, as is described by many people who are against Tony Khan, is, generally speaking, Tony Khan is a mark for the business. That is a very fair, objective, analysis of Tony Khan. The guy grew up as a wrestling fan his whole life. This is a guy who AEW personnel, just people who know Tony Khan, like look at Tony Khan and know him as a literal wrestling encyclopedia, okay? Tony Khan is a guy who randomly knows the dates, the arenas, the venues, the times that these random matches took place in wrestling history. Like, Tony, do you know when the British Bulldog wrestled Owen Hart in a match? And Tony Khan will go, at a house show in August 1995, they wrestled in Minneapolis. Like, obviously, that's just an example. Those guys, Bulldog and Owen Hart specifically, probably didn't wrestle then, but you take my point, okay? Tony Khan, natural mark for the business, and as a result, that bleeds into this, which, as I mentioned right here, Tony Khan, after that Britt Baker Thunder Rosa match, saying, oh, it's going to be eligible for Show of the Year and everything, and oh, Meltzer should be happy about this. Like, it's just, it's a very mark-based mentality. So that's like a general critique to get, to open up the video. As far as some praise, I want to really praise Tony Khan on this. Thank God for AEW, like, being around. Like, I'll say that. Like, I know the anti-smart type fraternity who watch me will hate me saying that, but I just want to say, AEW, look where wrestling was in 2017 and 2018, okay? Look where pro wrestling was. Wrestling, objectively, was on its knees in 2018. Now, granted, is wrestling in an incredible place now? Is wrestling that much better than it was in 2018, just overall? I mean, not really. Quality of product-wise, it's about the same. But what I generally mean is that in 2017, 2018, when AEW wasn't really a thing yet, what we were watching was an awful 3-hour Raw on Monday nights. Like, straight up, Raw in 2018 is some of the worst content you'll ever see. SmackDown, for most of the year, was pretty bleh. It was meh. NXT was pretty good, but where was the alternative? All of that was under WWE's umbrella. And what else was there in wrestling? There was New Japan. Okay, that's great for a very niche minority audience, but holistically, what else is there? What, Ring of Honor? Major League Wrestling? Like MLW Fusion? Is PWG still a thing? Impact? Like, there wasn't any alternative. So Tony Khan bringing in AEW, making the most of his family's just ungodly amount of money with, the Khan family, making the most of that, starting All Elite Wrestling. It's been great for bringing an alternative. It's been great for bringing some variety. Because yes, as much as AEW is essentially just an indie promotion on a mainstream, primetime stage, as much as it is that, it's an alternative. It's something different. It gives us the chance to see new characters, new stars, MJF, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, Luchasaurus, these types, okay? Just, those guys, just name a few. It allows Jon Moxley to have a new cease on his career. It allows Kenny Omega and guys like that who everyone loves. It allows those guys to get a mainstream type position. So that's a definite positive of Tony Khan, being the brainchild and the founding father of this All Elite Wrestling promotion that's been, been able to give some variety for wrestling. So that's been good. As far as another con of Tony Khan, one thing I do want to mention is his promos. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to get the screen cap up with what he said. Here it is. I've got it up. So, Tony Khan on AEW Elevation, which is the new AEW Dark show on Monday nights, which they premiered this past week, which, I can't just say, them calling it AEW Dark Elevation, why? Just call it AEW Elevation. Like, putting the dark name with it just immediately makes me not care. But nonetheless, Tony Khan's promo, oh my god, dude, oh my god. If you listen to Tony Khan's promo, oh my god. Now, I know, I've seen some people say that it was a good promo, his intensity was there, he was really putting passion into the promo. And, okay, I didn't say, I'm never going to say Tony Khan didn't try in the promo. What I am saying is that the promo wasn't good. Okay, the promo, I've got the transcript up here. Obviously, I'm not going to play the actual clip because that'll get my video and my channel struck and copyright claimed, etc., etc. But nonetheless, Tony Khan's promo, I'm going to recite some of it, or most of it, depending on how fun this is. And this is legitimately Tony Khan's tone. Hey, that was crap. Kenny, that was absolute crap. Never wanted to be in this position. I never wanted to be here, but you made a promise. You already went back on a gentleman's agreement once. You made a promise to him. You said you were gonna give him a match. That was BS. He had just gone through 2 matches, and you can't even promise people matches. I make the matches, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Kenny, 9 days from tonight, you got time to get ready, Matt. 9 days from tonight, you have to wrestle him in 9 days. 9 from tonight on Dynamite. Live on Dynamite. If you wrestle, you got my point, okay? That's literally the promo. Tony Khan, on screen, as of right yet, that's not his role, that's not his responsibility to be an on-screen personality, but if that, from what we've seen in this promo and his stuff with Tony Schiavone on Impact, if that's anything to go by from Tony Khan as an on-screen personality, he has a long way to go as far as the general acting, the promo execution, because as much as this guy knows about the biz, as many matches as this guy has stored on tap in his brain, as many star ratings as this guy has given matches over the years when he's analyzing PWG tapes, all that's well and good, but when Tony Khan is on camera cutting promos, it's just not clicking. Like, that is almost objective. Like, these promos, 9 days from tonight, you got time to get ready, Matt. No, 9 days from tonight, you have to wrestle him in 9 days from tonight on Dynamite Live on 9 days. Like, bruh, what? So the promos are something Tony Khan objectively needs to work on. Now, I'll do another positive, then I'll finish it off there. And one thing I will say about Tony Khan, AEW, they listen, okay? This one was covered by Tranquillo Club, there we go. I can't speak. Tranquillo Club, there we go. It was covered by him in a video he made the other day called The Adaptability of AEW, when he, talked all about how Tony Khan and, the people involved in AEW, when something is objectively terrible, like the Dark Order, the dude punching, quote-unquote, punching Dustin Rhodes and missing him by 50 centimeters, or, the Nightmare Collective, or whatever they were called, or all these AEW things that they've tried and have failed, AEW swiftly get them off TV, they change it, they adapt, they listen, etc. So in that regard, Tony Khan is doing a good job with that. And also, one thing to build on that, AEW of the past few weeks, one thing I've noticed is that AEW Dynamite is much less tag team match heavy. Now, I remember a lot of the build, between Full Gear and Revolution, a lot of that build was immensely tag team populated. Okay, and what I mean by that is you'd look at an AEW Dynamite episode, and you'd open the show with a 6-man tag. Then you'd get a promo, and then a tag match. And then you'd get an 8-man tag. And then you'd get a regular tag. And then a singles match, a promo, and the main event would be a tag match. So you get the Dynamite show, there's 4 or 5 tag team matches, just to get everyone on screen. And you're left there thinking, okay, I've seen 104 Tope Suicidas, and what else? Why should I care? But in recent times, Tony Khan and AEW, they've listened in that regard, so that's been good for the adaptability. Generally speaking, that's a good one, Tony Khan. So I'm going to call the video there. This has been a fairly objective analysis of Tony Khan. 2 big pros, 2 big cons. Generally speaking, Tony Khan, him bringing in AEW has allowed for so much more content creation, so much more spark in the wrestling community. Yes, a lot of toxicity. And one thing I will mention here as well, just to throw in one more bit for the analysis of Tony Khan, just want to say, him responding to randoms on social media, that's not a good thing. Okay, him going out of his way to respond to Girl on Cinema himself, instead of having someone on the PR team or the media team, Tony Khan himself, the billionaire owner of AEW, responding to some random YouTuber who barely makes $30 a video. Okay, that whole thing, not the best look. That's something which is a clear, objective flaw with Tony Khan and AEW needs to be addressed. So that's been the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, sure like, comment, subscribe, and drill. See ya.